Her sister was murdered, and the police had no clues and closed the case. Her plan was to find the killer. So she decided to go to a psychic, John Edward. In fact, she had already spent $350 on tickets for his meetings. That gave her a front seat with the hope that psychic John Edward would give her a message. There was no guarantee she would get a message, as there are several hundred people at his meetings. She spoke to a minister about the meeting, and he suggested she should speak to me before she goes. Here is what I told her. John Edward is a psychic who has made headlines on television. He has been a host of well-known TV programs. But does he really speak to the dead? I have watched John Edward perform many times. He approaches the audience and starts giving his impression of what he is getting from the spirit world, whether it be a name, numbers, or a date, until someone responds with information that matches. He asks questions as he tosses out clues that he claims that he is receiving from the dead. Sometimes it seems that he is throwing out general information and the person in the audience is filling out the blanks. The people in the audience are desperate to receive a message from a lost loved one, so they respond favourably. In reality, the victim is supplying all the information. This technique is known as cold reading. So what is John Edward really doing? He is preying on the emotions of grieving souls for the money, and lots of it. He doesn't understand the consequences of the problem. He is opening up a web of spiritual deception. Edward's performance encourages people to believe in the religion of spiritualism, the belief in contacting the dead. This is detestable in the eyes of God, Deuteronomy 18:10. I have counselled hundreds of people of all ages who have been involved in the occult with frightening consequences. Some have had their lives destroyed, even committed suicide from the messages they have received from a Ouija board or a psychic. You know, when a person gets involved in the occult, apathy sets in, they go from one psychic to another, some even become unfit for duties in life, and they are deprived of all interest until they find relief by talking to their substitute saviour, their psychic. Yes, friend, there is a life after death. Will we see our loved ones? That depends. Christians will see one another. Christians know that our bodies will be resurrected and transformed by the power of Jesus Christ. But don't go to Satan's psychic sentinels. Go to God's Saviour, Jesus.